We are Two Guys Playing Zelda, and you can follow us on Twitter at Two Guys Play Zelda or email us at twoguysPlayingZelda@gmail.com.
Welcome to part 2 of our Let's Play for the Hyrule Castle and Master Sword. And basically in this Let's Play, we're just going to go around and we're just going to fight a ton of enemies. And that's really all that we do.
Yes, we are, and we are going to massacre them.
Yeah. Like I said, I just wanted to include the scene in here because I just love it so much, but I could have just cut off the Master Sword.
Agreed.
Well, I guess I could have, but...
Well, I will say, though, it's pretty cool. You see, like, the light and the color comes back to this area, but unfortunately that means the enemies come back, too.
And this is what was going on, I guess, right before they flooded Hyrule. So
yep, they'd invaded the castle, and that's why the gods did what they did.
And they don't look like they're in a hurry.
No.
So had they already taken over Hyrule Castle at that time?
Maybe they had.
Like, you know,
that's a good question.
What if, like, this might have been a better scene, maybe, like, if that would have happened right there, and there'd been, like, some of our people fighting against them, too. So, like, you know...
Some Hylian knights or something?
like the whole Hyrule got purified, frozen, whatever you want to say, and there was good and bad fighting each other. And then, like, that's when it all happened. And then we get the Master Sword, and then it's just like a full-on battle instead of 1 versus 30.
Why can't these guys with their swords become unfrozen?
That'd be awesome.
By the way. But yeah, we are going to go up here, and we're going to fight a bunch of, what are they, Moblins and Darknuts?
Yeah, Darknuts, huh?
Yeah, ugh.
And we kind of got a conversation, like, with the Temple of Time and Hyrule Castle and a Master Sword placement.
Yeah,
and our last walkthrough. I did really love that room, though. Right there.
It was
like
very cool.
Like how you kind of had the, you go down until you got the steps kind of split off, and then you got, like, kind of going to, like, a circle raised
the ring of statues.
platform. Yes.
Yeah, very well done. Very well done. But, man, this part... Oh.
I tried to get through there.
I'm pretty sure I did the same thing.
I think I used a pretty cool move later on where I get a big sword. I'm like, oh, this has got to fix it. And try to, like, break that barrier.
It doesn't. Does it?
And there's going to be a lot of babbling in this walkthrough.
Yeah.
As we look for things to say while we fight just a bunch of enemies.
Yeah, there's a ton of these. I think they're called Moblins. I'm not 100% on that.
It won't be the first time we got an enemy name wrong in a Zelda game.
And then, of course, Darknuts with just bring back the worst memories ever.
They're not blue, though. So
they're
that's
not blue. Thank goodness. God, if they were blue Darknuts, we'd have quit the game.
Or if you can only hit them from the side and the back, which actually, technically, you can't hit these from the front.
Yep.
But they seem so much easier. We needed that move, I don't know what they're called, like when you hit A and it...
The parry.
The parry move.
Yeah.
We needed that in the original Zelda.
Oh my goodness, that'd have been great.
Might have been tough for an 8-bit game, but it would have been beneficial.
Just a little bit. And the key here really is to try to isolate one enemy at a time. And that got the better of me. Hick here has a really good run-through on this, but I ended up getting like 2 Darknuts and 3 Moblins fighting me at once. It doesn't go well.
Well, I tried to go through like the barrier at first. I tried to go through that, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to defeat all these guys. So I was like, the last place we should go is in the middle, which is where I'm actually at right now. So kind of bad timing what I was saying there, but
at least you've only got the 1 Darknut up here.
Yeah.
There's 2 there at the bottom of the steps that you're going to have to deal
if you get
with.
2 or 3, just kind of like. You should just really run away.
Exactly, and there are some pots spread out through this area to get like hearts and stuff from. But
well, if you die in Wind Waker, you should be playing Zelda because it's an easy game.
It's not the hardest of Zelda games.
That's just one thing I didn't like about it, but
I know, right? I think it just does a really good job of dropping the items you need when you need them. I feel like we may have mentioned that before, but it's like when you're missing hearts, they drop hearts. If you're missing magic, they drop magic. Which is nice, of course, but...
and like you're talking about, like, I like the parry, but, like, I think it made the game too easy, you know?
It does.
Especially, like, it was definitely beneficial right here in this Hyrule Castle, but...
it does. It's almost like a cheat button.
I'm not saying I wish it would have been harder. Like, I just wish it had been less easy.
I'd say you think back to older Zelda games, especially like the original Legend of Zelda, death was a regular occurrence.
Could you imagine this game in the original Legend of Zelda?
You'd have died 30 times by now.
I would have quit. I almost quit the original Legend of Zelda anyways.
These Darknuts would be blue.
Yeah. The red ones even sucked.
Yes, they did. Yeah, at least only 1 hit, I think.
What's he got on? Overalls? Are those overalls he's got on?
He might be wearing overalls.
He's got purple and green overalls. This guy deserves to die.
Death is too good for him. Maybe bust out the martial arts though. Those itty bitty little legs.
That is right. I mean, how are your arms like? He obviously does upper body workouts at the gym.
He skipped leg day.
Yeah, every week.
It is pretty cool, like the array of moves you do have. Like you've seen us do the parry where you roll around behind him. You've seen us do that jumping move where you do like a somersault.
I think
attack.
I like the jumping move the best.
I do too. It's pretty awesome, but it does make them a little bit easier, unless you get 2 or 3 of them on you at one time, which sucks. That's what I did.
And I don't think I explored this very much in the first part, but I love the upstairs like balconies.
Yes.
Of this whole castle too.
I agree. It's pretty cool. And where is he walking off to? By the way?
He's scared. He's scared.
I think he was.
I got the Master Sword now. Watch out.
That's true. Hey, taking over Hyrule Castle ain't gonna be so easy this time. You got Link running around. Hey, you see that statue up there? That's me.
Yeah, yeah. He should like point his sword to the statue and just like slice him.
Oh my god, that would be perfect.
Kind of like, scoreboard, but statue. Yeah. Bam.
Link the bad mother.
I love their kicks.
Dude, their
kicks are so awesome.
It's so goofy seeing them do that with their tiny little legs.
Now, it looks like they float through air, and I want to know with the upper body that big and legs that small, how you can even possibly float through air.
How can they even jump, period?
That is a very good point.
And yet they still whip out.
Let alone do like a 3-spin kick.
I know. Oh, it's a mystery. But, I mean, there's just a ton of them we have to kill in this area. It makes you understand how Hyrule Castle got taken over.
Yeah.
Because Dark Nuts aren't fun.
Well, if you look at the king's picture, I mean, I know he's an older gentleman, but he doesn't look like he's in the best shape either. So I don't think he can take on these guys.
No, I tend to agree with you on that.
His legs might be bigger, but his upper body's not bigger.
And you do got to make sure you go to all the upper levels and things and clear out all the enemies.
There was a couple that. Here's where I get the big sword. I'm like, okay, let's take care of this barrier right here now.
Oh, this can't end well.
I didn't use the big swords that much in this game, but I did love carrying them around.
It was neat that they gave you that ability, but I'm with you. I didn't use them a whole lot. They were a little slower to swing.
How would you feel with the oversized sword like that, like in a Zelda game? Like, let's say like it's actually the Master Sword.
Yeah.
Like, would you feel good like having like a big? Because really, other than Ocarina of Time, the big Goron sword did look pretty big.
Well, of course.
But other than that game, like we never really had, like an oversized sword, I guess you could say.
You're right. I wonder that in the games where you're more like adult Link, like Twilight Princess, maybe. But as kind of as Kid Link though,
dude, I could have ran around that sword forever. Well, remember this is on the adult timeline.
That is true.
So,
granted, you're a different incarnation.
But then Twilight Princess is on the child timeline. So you know what, Zelda logic. Let's forget about it.
Yeah. But seeing you carry a sword that's literally 2.5 times
like a bad MF-er right now.
I wouldn't come after you.
No. I tried. Hey, it was a good idea. I thought.
I tried running right through it. So.
Well, I did too.
Nice. I don't think the spear.
I'm just glad they tried to run through it twice.
Oh, yeah, that would have been.
Like, well, we better double check our work here. Run through it again.
Yep. Nope. This ain't gonna do it.
Well, 3 times had to test it.
Oh yeah. Well, the good news is though, you're only down to like 2 or 3 enemies left to kill, aren't you? At this point.
Well, there's 3 right here. So.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we went to the balcony until now.
Oh, I think you're right.
So I think I have like 3 on each side maybe to kill.
Oh, that sounds about right.
But these are a lot easier.
Yes, they are. You don't have to worry about doing like the parry attack or the.
Well, you have to get off all their armor before you kill them.
Man, it is pretty cool though. Once you get that Master Sword a little powered up a little later in the game.
Oh yeah, it's so much different. I don't know what does the first sword even have a name?
I actually don't know.
I don't know, but it's a lot better than that sword, which obviously it should be.
The first sword's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a staple of Zelda games, though, is improving your sword as you go along.
If you really think about it, the Master Sword, it's usually not the best sword in most other games. Like usually, like there's an upgrade or
I agree. Unless you're like me when you played A Link Between Worlds and you never upgraded.
Yeah, well, that was your fault. I got the gold sword in that one.
I most certainly did not. But I mean, it's easy to miss the upgrades in some of the 2D games. So the Master Sword might be the best sword you get.
Yeah. If you're red, the Master Sword is the best sword you get in every Zelda game.
I like a challenge.
If you're everybody else, it's usually not the best upgrade.
No, definitely not.
And I'm keeping this Master Sword. I worked hard to get this thing.
Oh, heck yeah. And this is a pretty awesome sequence when you get this Master Sword.
And then you wonder why your hands are tired after playing these games.
I know.
Because you're pushing the buttons 100 more times than everybody else
when
is.
It takes 50 hits to kill Ganon at the end, it's pretty rough.
And then now that we finally got the barrier out of the way, we kind of just be making our way back up to the top, really. And then...
Yep. I mean, literally, you just had to take care of all those bad guys. It's tedious, but it's kind of cool. It's pretty epic. It is pretty epic.
And that wraps up our Let's Play for Hyrule Castle and the Master Sword.